Welcome. You know, when it comes to having healthy, youthful skin, the sun is definitely not our friend. It can leave us with those eyesores that we call age and sunspots. And living in Arizona, where the sun is blazing most time of the year, it's kind of hard to avoid. Well, that's where skincare nurse Cynthia Wood with Maloney Plastic Surgery comes in with something we're going to learn about called light therapy. Cynthia, thank you for coming back.
Thank you for having me here.
Now, I feel like this makes complete sense. It's a gajillion degrees outside. You know, a lot of us are spending some time out. We're probably noticing some of these spots that I mentioned. What is that broadband light therapy? What is that?
So BBL, broadband light, is a light-based therapy that heats up the upper layers of your skin, and using different wavelengths, we can correct various issues in your skin. So each wavelength does something very specific to address whatever your issues with your skin might be.
Okay, and I know we're going to kind of go through what it can help us with and everything, but I know some people may have heard of something called IPL, and how is that different?
So IPL, or intense pulse light, is basically, it's the same thing as BBL, but BBL is more next generation device. So it's the older versions of the light-based therapy. The IPL were a little less effective than the BBL. It's more effective. It's just, you know, it's just ongoing technology. So the BBL device is a little bit more effective, and the treatments are a little bit more comfortable. So it's just kind of an extension and a continuing of technology getting better and better. So, but they're basically the same. And
we, of course, want to take advantage of when we get
the
bigger
newer
and
technology,
better.
Yes.
And I mentioned age spots and sunspots. What are some of the conditions or things that it'll treat?
So it treats a lot of different things. There's a wavelength that only sees the acne bacteria, so we can do acne treatments. There's another wavelength that only sees pigment, and what it does is the light goes in, it breaks the pigment up and pulls it to the surface, and it flakes off. It's very effective for rosacea. It does a great job treating rosacea, the redness and the flushing of rosacea, vessels on your skin, big pigmented areas. It does hair removal. So there's a lot of different, and then there's an anti-aging component to it also. So it treats a lot of various issues, and it's really cool because it's light. It's just light energy. So it's not for people that don't want to use topical medication or oral medication for some of these things. The light-based therapy is fabulous.
Well, these before and afters are absolutely amazing. So when we're talking about having something done, is it a repeat treatment, or how often do we have to have this done?
So usually with typical things, we recommend 3 to 5 treatments, but it depends on the severity of the issue that you have. So for instance, rosacea. There is no cure for rosacea. It has to be managed. So we might do 3 to 5 treatments to really clear up your rosacea, but it's somewhere down the line you may have the flushing again, or you may have a flare, and then people would come in again. If you're just cleaning up some superficial, say pigment, for instance, last summer with Dr. Maloney, after his summer in the sun with his family vacationing, he had a lot of brown spots on his hand. Well, they were very superficial, so we went and treated those, and they just came right off. Other people may have had that pigment for years of sun damage. That pigment is going to take more than one treatment to lift, but we always treat as strongly as we can safely to get the best result with each treatment, so that we have the clearing as soon as we can.
And I love that you mentioned the hands, because I know we saw the before and afters with the face.
Yes.
But and I know a lot of people, the spots on the hands really bother them.
It does, especially people that are coming to our practice and they're working on their skin, their face, neck, chest. We always tell them, don't forget your hands, don't forget your arms, because that's kind of a telltale thing when you're looking much younger in your face, neck, and chest, and then you look at your hands. That kind of gives you away that, you know, maybe your skin's a little bit older in that area.
Yeah, we want everything to match.
So we can work on any part of the body with this.
And is this all kind of, I know I've heard of something called, is it Forever Young BBL?
Forever Young, yes. So that's the same device that we're using, but with the Forever Young, it corrects reds and it corrects browns, but it also, we have a wavelength that penetrates very deeply into your skin, and it actually turns off the bad DNA in your skin cells and switches on the good DNA. And that's been proven through skin biopsies and a lot of research. It works. And so with that, that's about slowing down the aging of your skin. So it kind of slows it down, and just it's a really good maintenance program for people if they've had a facelift or they're just working to correct some of the damage they've had over the years. The Forever Young is a great treatment.
Yeah, now that I'm totally on board with all of this, what kind of downtime can we expect?
So there's really no downtime with the broadband light treatments, except that if you have a lot of pigment that we end up pulling up, that the light pulls up, you're going to have for like 7 to 10 days, you'll have some freckling. We call it freckling or coffee grounds. It looks like you have a bunch of freckles, and it's just all that pigment that's been broken up and pulled to the surface. But you can put makeup over it, you know, just whatever you want to cover it. There's no downtime. It's just, you know, it's just really easy to recover from. There's no big recovery or sunburn or anything like that.
Perfect.
Very easy.
I am like, yes, yes, and yes. I'm also going to tell everyone at home how you guys are helping us out, getting that process started with an offer. But Cynthia, thank you. I always love when you come on.
Thank you. I always love to be here.
You're wonderful, and the staff over there is so wonderful. For everyone at home, you guys, here is a special offer for you. Get a 1-hour complimentary consultation with 3D imaging that is a $135 value when you call 520-298-2330 to schedule your appointment. And for more information, be sure to check them out. They're at MaloneyPlasticSurgery.com.